Welcome to episode 1 of the SideTracked podcast. I'm Crispy. This is my co-host Wicked, and today's topic is the boys. All right, start. We're gonna do like a little review. We made a react and then realized it's the final episode of the final season, so we should probably just review all the previous seasons first. So, starting off, season 1. What happened? Do you remember more than I do? What happened? What took place?
For the
Strengths
most
and
part,
weaknesses.
yeah, fucking strength and weaknesses. Like, what do you mean?
Do you
Like,
think season 1's a very strong season, a very strong
oh
start?
yeah, I
Or
think season 1 through 3 are the strongest.
yeah,
Season 1 lifted off heavy because I remember when that came out, my dad was watching it and he was like, "Yo, you need to check this show out." And I waited 2 years. Season 2 had dropped and was just releasing, and I finally picked the show up. Watched the first episode, first 15 minutes, I had it paused, running out to the living room going, "What the fuck you have me turning on right now?" After watching
yep,
Robin explode.
fucking insta
Never
explosion.
been that surprised in my life.
Yeah, no, same.
Until
As an avid fucking viewer of all things superhero media related, this is the first one that had such an insane. This is the
Start.
first show that brought such an insane start with insane fucking shock value, and they kept it through and through. Like it was insane. From Robin getting exploded to like what was it? Second, was that second episode or very first episode?
That was very
where
first.
they go into the bar.
The
The
bar?
bar where where all the superheroes are just
It's a.
flying and fucking in the air and shit.
I think that's episode
Some
1.
weird shit.
No,
That was still
episode.
episode
That
one?
might have been episode. No. I think that was episode 1 because that's when they learn more about Translucent and then they kidnap him by the end of it. I don't think they had already.
Damn, they did that on episode 1. I actually
believe so.
I cannot
Yeah,
remember that.
I'm gonna.
Oh, shit.
I believe that was episode 1. I could be wrong, but I don't
Yeah.
think I am. I gotta look
Well-
just to be sure. Season 1 is. Yeah. I swore that's when Huey ends up hitting him with the butt plug wire and.
Oh yeah, you're
electrocuting
right.
him.
Yeah, that was the very. Yeah, that was
And
the very.
then
He goes
from
back to
there,
work.
we switch
Yelps
over to
on Butcher.
Homelander tearing the jet apart.
Yep.
The private
Yeah, that
jet.
was all episode 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we got to remember,
He was-
episode 1 was an hour and 2 minutes. So,
Yeah, great. They had a lot. They covered a lot in that.
yeah.
Really good. Fucking Homelander. They really tried to make him out to be like the only good one for a second there. And then at the very end, they were just like, nah, he's fucked too.
From the very
feel like
beginning, we knew that was no. Scene
I mean, yeah,
one
you
of the
could tell.
show is literally them showing up to stop bank robbers and just yeet into the sky.
I mean, yeah, but that doesn't.
That ain't a
doesn't
superhero to me,
necessarily-
bro. That immediately
That
told
does-
me what I needed to know about Homelander.
That's fair, but at the same time,
Because
you never know.
Superman never did that.
different
Fuck,
universe.
even Omni-Man didn't just flat out grab a motherfucker and go yeet into the sky.
Okay, all right. You know what? You're right. You're right. You're fucking right. God damn it.
Like,
All right. Well, my original thought was just like, I don't know what's the societal norms are in this universe, you know? Because like for all I know, killing, which it seems as though killing was basically okay for heroes at that point, because no one made a fuss about it at first. But that's fair. You're right.
that was to me, that was like the big show of like, all right, we're not fucking around. This isn't your normal superheroes.
Yeah.
And they scaled that every few seconds, because then you got Homelander eavesdropping on his boss through the wall because he's jealous.
Yeah.
Like that was all episode 1. Like,
yeah. He's a fucking psychopath. His progression is actually insane. Okay, hold up. What was your favorite moment from season 1? Favorite scene?
That's a
little bit of a toughie.
yes and no. Uh, it'd have to be a fucking mix between episode 1 when Robin explodes or when we meet the female and she sacrifices herself for Frenchie to go against Noir, and then we learn she can heal.
Oh yeah.
I liked both of those scenes. Those are two of my favorite from season 1. The rest of the season was I don't know. It was great. I love the season for setup, but there wasn't anything that necessarily just stood out.
Yeah. I think was season 1 not Homelander's little crash out on the plane? Oh no.
Yeah, that was
Or was
episode
that
1. No, that was
that was,
episode. Was that episode 1?
I don't think that was episode 1. No, like where he's on the plane, he's like, "Sit, get the fuck back," and he's like, "I can't
Yeah,
lift this shit. If I try to lift it, it'll rip in half," which
that
was funny
happened
as hell.
early on.
Bring,
I know
bring some
that.
realism to Superman's bullshit. The flight 130 was it flight 137, whatever the hell they called it.
Oh, actually, I take that back. Favorite scene was definitely when Huey finally decided to grow the balls and hit the trigger on the explosion and blew up translucent.
That's what I was gonna say. My favorite scene was
Spaghetti
that's my
everything.
if not what I was just talking about.
That or is the
Homelander.
A train talking to the cancer patient? That shit was
Oh my god.
hilarious.
Yeah, that actually you're right. That shit was funny. Oh my god. You can't outrun cancer. Yo, that really set that joke really set the tone for like, okay, we're not holding back. There's gonna be some fucked up jokes in this show, and I love that. I fucking love that. I love the unhingedness of it.
Yeah. When did flight whatever happen?
I swear it was season 1.
No, it
But
was
I could
season
be
1,
wrong.
I swore, but I maybe it
I'm
wasn't.
gonna
It
look up too.
wasn't. But I'm just scanning through episodes right now. It might not have been.
Season 1, episode 4.
It was 4?
It was season 1, episode 4. Yep.
Oh, yep, right
Flight
there in the middle
37,
of the
not
episode.
137. Oh shit. Yeah. No, that scene was insane. One it was funny because he was like, "Yo, I can't just lift up a plane." Like that's not
There's nothing to
that,
stand on. In the next scene, he's literally standing out in the middle of nowhere with Maeve in his arms.
yeah. Yep.
Just didn't want to.
Yeah.
He
Still,
literally
that shit
could
was
have
funny.
done it. He just was like,
Could he actually add that? But didn't he give that explanation with the fuck with the
that he
was just
can't
like, I can't.
stand on anything, and then proceeded to go and fly off and stand there with Maeve in his hands.
Yeah, yeah, but he wasn't holding up a plane though. What if it? I mean, I guess he should be strong enough to hold up a plane though. Oh shit.
I'm thinking it
Oh
was
shit. Really,
very
he really
possible
just.
that he could have done it and he just chose not to. And even if it wasn't lifting up the fucking plane, he could have gradually brought it down slower than it already was going to
That's
then
fair.
slowly hit the ground like 90% of the time Superman does, because lifting it would break it instead of just lowering it down to the ground on its
Oh,
fucking
that's
bullshit.
crazy.
But
That's
no, he just
crazy.
chose not to do that. Like legitimately speaking, he could have just lowered it down to the water and
He
they would have
really
been
could have.
fine.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
He didn't want to
Wow,
match
bro.
the speed, and he didn't want to try and do it. Like he just didn't want to put the effort.
Okay, wait. So fast forwarding a little bit to towards the end of the season or the end of the season, right? Him. It was the end of season 1 where he killed Madeline, right?
Yeah,
That was, and that's when Butcher found out about
because Butcher pulled
yeah,
up to
pulled up trying to blow her up.
yeah, and then he showed up and was
And
like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck about her."
Fucking do it, bro.
Lasered her
Did
brains in. Well, it wasn't
did
necessarily
that
like didn't give a
surprise you
fuck,
in any
but
way?
yes and
Did that
no.
surprise?
I
Yes and no.
the episode that entire episode did a really good job of panning towards, and like the rest of the season did a good job of like he was loyal to Madeline, but there was a slow jealousy towards the baby, and
Yeah.
it was bound to happen. And so when Butcher did it, I was kind of like, I don't think this is gonna matter, Butcher. And sure enough, it did not matter. It did not matter whatsoever. And yeah,
Yeah. Genuinely,
then
I didn't think he was gonna do it. I did not think he was gonna fucking kill her. Cause I thought more so than anything, I thought he was gonna let the baby die. I thought he was gonna
it's
let the
the
baby
fact that
die.
then Butcher
And then,
committed and blew up the fucking house. Like
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
nobody bought that shit. It was season fucking 1. I'm like, you're gonna you're
Yeah.
gonna try and act like you're gonna kill the main character, and like and he's that stupid. I'm sorry, but like season 1, that end fight, that end little thing there was kind of fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
No, it was because there's
Billy
no
has been
shot he thought
smart
blowing it
this
up was gonna
whole
kill
time, and he
Homelander,
thought
right?
C4 to Madeline was the big fucking thing. No, bro, what?
Not even that. Not even just that. But the idea that blowing up a house would kill Homelander, like what
I
was
don't
the
even know if
goal
he was
there?
gonna try and kill him. I think he was just. I don't even know. I think he was trying to kill and get some more information or something. I think he was out of the end of his straw. But like, because what was it? I remember we got flashbacks to seeing what's her face a couple times.
Yeah.
Becca. Oh yeah, Homelander went over there for information, more information on Becca and the rest of that stuff, and then he found out that she was alive. I believe, like right there at the end after he died.
Mm-hmm.
Also, can we talk about the fact that Homelander was able to save Butcher in the house explosion before Butcher blew up, but he
I was
couldn't
about to
escape
say
the
that.
White House?
I was about to say that, bro. His speed has always been shown to be absolutely insane, and then they kind of like gave up at the end there. And I get
There's
it.
so many
No, I don't get
points
it.
throughout the show
I
where
don't
you're
know.
like, damn, Homelander can do that. And then it's like season finale. Homelander just lost all of that skill.
Yeah, I'm telling you that fight. Oh, we're skipping too far. But that final fucking fight, he genuinely that fight should not have stayed within that fucking room.
No.
It shouldn't have. It shouldn't have. It should have been brought outside in some sort of way, bro. Because
I'm
two
surprised
of the
nobody's
people that
brought
were
that
there
up
could
now.
fly.
I've seen so many people talking about the fact that Homelander was able to take the whatever fuckface up into the sky. But here we are,
Yeah.
season 1, he was able to save Billy fucking Butcher from the house explosion, like this far away from the explosion.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, bro? There's gonna be the people online that are gonna see that and be like, "Oh, dude, Homelander's faster than Superman because of well, yeah, because of Batman being Superman."
had the aura farm.
Henry Cavill had the aura farm, and he couldn't save all those people because he just wanted them to die.
Yeah, I'm letting the internet
Shut
know
the
in our
fuck
own
up.
fan base now. Episode
Homelander would've done
1, we fuck with that universe, and fuck all y'all on whether or
Yeah,
not you
no, for
don't
real.
fuck with that.
Spider-Verse is fucking goated, okay? There's no reason to fucking hate on it. None whatsoever.
It's a multiversal project at all times, and people want,
Mhm.
it wasn't done right. It's a different universe. Go fuck yourself.
It's a different universe, a different take on these characters, bro. You can't be mad at that. You genuinely can't. Same way I can't be mad at Spider-Man Noir, even though it's not my most favorite show. But I
That
mean,
shit
it was
was
fun.
fun.
It was done really good. It was done very well with their own take and their own ideas on that. I liked it. I liked it a lot better when Ben was said that he changed his name.
Back
So
to,
that oh yeah,
back to the
Sidetracked.
boys.
Whoopsies. Season 2. What the hell is season 2 about? I don't remember.
Season 2.
It all is mixed together in my brain.
This was the Nazi storyline where Stormfront came into play.
You're right.
And we
Miko's brother.
started seeing more of Becca and the fact that in Ryan and Homelander trying to get her free, while Homelander was also starting to fall in love with this Nazi.
Mhm.
We also, I think this is no, I think that might be next season.
What?
I thought Stan got thrown out this season, but I don't think so.
No, that's the season right after. I'm pretty sure.
Which
Ye
honestly, I think they just did that because they couldn't afford to keep his ass on anymore, which fucking blew because he was one of my favorite characters and he didn't even have powers.
Yeah,
Like,
but then they brought him back later though, so
for all of like 3 seconds, and then he
I mean, yeah,
like
you're right.
well, not 3 seconds. He was there for an episode, and then he was there for another like portion or a spot of an episode with Soldier Boy and Homelander. But it was like
Yeah.
it. I wanted more Stan, and then he just takes over at the end again. Like, okay, I'm back.
Just takes right on back,
But
bro.
yeah, no, season 2 was also when A Train, because Pop Claw happened season 1 with the heroin
Mm,
overdose and him killing his girlfriend.
yep.
And so season 2 was when his heart problems started, I think, and
Yeah.
he wasn't going as fast as he could be because it was end of season 1 the heart problems started.
Mhm.
And then
And then he had that fucking stroke or whatever the hell.
and then
Heart attack.
yeah, the heart attack I think happened closer towards the end, but I think we spent most of this season looking at him complaining about the fact that he was getting sidelined on the movie that he was working on,
Mhm.
and he was
With all
starting
these
to
shitty lines, making it seem like he was gonna get cut or
yeah,
whatever.
and he started to see
Or
that Vought wasn't all that, and you could really see his character development from right there, from the end of season 1 to the beginning of season 2. He really started to shift because it was just like, bro, you are not getting treated right at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not a good
And then
person right now, at least, but you're not getting
yeah.
treated right at all.
Fucking Stormfront with her little side eyes to him and side remarks to him all the time. That shit was funny, but so fucked
Bro,
up,
that
bro.
shit
Just,
was great.
like he was just like, "You have a fucking problem with me?" She's like, "No,
Mm-mm.
no problem."
Little did he know, she had the biggest problem with him.
Yeah. Yep. Literally. Fucking. Oh my goodness. I feel like Stormfront was a really strong addition,
Bro,
and
that
I am
was
kind of upset
one of my
that.
favorite seasons was with her. That
Yeah,
was
I'm kind of upset that she ended up the way she ended up fucking Ryan annihilating her at the end of that season. Uh,
okay.
which
That's another thing I want to talk about.
looking
How?
back, how? Yes.
Because they cut to black and never really explained how.
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is, bro? I think genuinely V1 was just like I think V1 was made out to be this like
It was just an immortality thing.
God.
That was it.
Huh?
All it did was immortality for them, necessarily.
Yeah, I like
That's
people
all it was.
made it seem like they made it seem like it was gonna like Homelander made it seem like it was gonna be make him fucking god or whatever. That you do that and you're basically the strongest of the strong. But genuinely, I don't think it added anything to their power
The
sets.
problem with that
I think, as you
is
said, it's just
it
immortality.
was just immortality, but the way they scaled it and showed it in the episode that Homelander got V1, they literally showed
Yeah,
that
he
his
had that whole
beams went
Icarus moment.
extra. He went like all like annihilating this guy with his lasers, and the
Yeah.
lasers were like extra big, and we got Butcher going run. 2 episodes
Yeah.
later, Butcher, let's pull up on this motherfucker and just wreck him. Like, what do you mean? You just
Yeah,
said to
bro.
run.
I mean,
And
it's
that's
because
the other thing. How the fuck did like Ryan's beams do that much damage when any other time later they basically were shown to do the same damage as Homelander? Homelander never fucking blasted somebody like it was their entire body just got scarred like a fucking. It looked Ryan's first blast there at the end of season 2 looks like Soldier Boy's blast, like with the
yeah,
degree of
almost
how
like
much
it's
damage
fucking
it did.
huge. Yeah.
And
He
that
fucking
part
knocked everybody on their ass.
never made any sense to me because they never like backed up on that or doubled down. They just kind of went, nah.
Yeah, which that really blows. I feel like you know what I think? Though? I'm really hoping that he didn't genuinely lose his fucking powers.
I think that
I
they
really
really
hope
went that route, and it hurts them because they had so much buildup for Ryan being this powerful soup. He's the first natural born soup.
It also just doesn't make sense that the first natural born soup gets
So
his powers taken
you
away
would,
because it's
yeah, you
that's
would think
technically
he's more
fucking a part of him.
powerful.
So and
I
then,
don't know.
yeah, no, yeah.
Like people say, like, yeah, the V passed down like through the blood and whatever else, like it
That's
passed
I
into
don't
their
think that's how
genetics.
that
But like that,
works.
why were they never able to do a supernaturally born soup or a supernatural like the suit? Like fuck me, dude. Like why was that never possible before? But it just happened to work this time when he fucked a regular person. Like I'm sorry, they
No,
also
okay, wait, the
showed like
explanation for
they
that
also showed that
yeah.
Becca was getting like ripped open when she was in the fucking hospital with him.
Oh, well, no, I think that was fake because she should be dead. If that was the case, she should have been fucking dead. I think that was because they told him that lie. They told Homelander, like, yeah, she died during childbirth. It fucked the baby, like, ripped out of her stomach. So I think that was just bullshit. I don't think that
I don't
actually happened.
remember if they like fully addressed. I don't remember the
They
line if they
didn't.
like
They
just
didn't
said, "Oh
address if that
no, that
actually
never actually happened." She was, the pregnancy went smooth.
I
Like,
don't I don't know if it went full smooth, but I definitely do not think it ripped out of her the way that like a fucking demon child because otherwise 100% she should just be dead.
yeah.
A regular ass
Well,
human being
even with like,
torn
well, the
apart.
medical treatment would have made sense for her to survive, but like, it just,
Yeah.
I get, I don't know, I get irritated with the fact that Ryan was like this big plot point, and he kind of just got thrown away in the last season. But like at the same time, everybody got thrown away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody did. I mean, like, I saw Kripke's vision for 4 seasons. I liked season 4 more than a lot of people did, but
Yeah.
this last season, I don't understand why 5 seasons in we're doing character development on characters that we've spent 4 seasons doing character development on. Like, yeah, A Trains made sense, but everybody outside of that are regular characters. Why? Like,
Yeah. Dude, I think genuinely season 3 here's I got something. I got something. Season 3 is probably my favorite season, I think. Herogasm and the fucking Temp V and everything, right? That was season yeah, that
yeah,
was
that was
season
season
3.
3.
I loved it. I loved that storyline, and I'm not gonna hold you. I know Butcher's cancer or whatever the fuck with Compound V like made it mutate, but to be completely real, it makes no sense to me that he got fucking tentacle dicks and not the powers he had when he was on Temp V.
Oh, that
Am I
that
am I
that
like
no, 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 no. That was because he didn't end up with the V. The tumor ended up with the V. That's why he ended up with fucking tentacle dicks.
oh
The it was a super powered tumor.
oh that's crazy.
That's why the fucking Conquest, because that's what I know him from. Fucking Jeffrey Dean Morgan. That's why we saw him. That was the tumor taking over Butcher's mind. It was a
Yeah.
superpowered tumor with its own thoughts and processes that was fucking sitting there overworking Butcher, and then sat there and like at the end of season 4, we fully got like Kessler taking over. Really wasn't Butcher anymore when he came in and murdered what's her face.
Yeah, you're right. When he came in and murdered Victoria.
Yeah.
Damn.
The whole thing with Becca and Kessler, Becca was Billy's good side and Kessler was the bad and the tumor was trying to like get rid of that, and without selling himself out as not being real. And you remember that reveal of
Yeah.
him like, shut up, you bitch, or whatever the fuck he said. And like, it was like,
And then
wait a minute, you can see her?
yeah. Ah. Okay, well then I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I guess that makes sense to me then. Never mind. Now I'm not
Yeah,
as mad about it
yeah,
anymore.
no.
I
The
guess I'm
tumor
just
is what
upset
got
that it
powered.
yeah, okay, that makes sense. I guess I am just upset though, like it would have been so much it would have been so much of a better fight with Butcher on the same level of powers as Homelander.
Oh
It
yeah.
kind of also just made sense, low key,
That's
like
why I
for his
preferred
character.
season 3. That shit should
Yeah,
have like
I
low key ended there because it was done really well. They had
just
the whole Soldier Boy setup going on, but Amazon wanted Gen V. They wanted to get all these extra things out, so that's when all of that broke off. Was right after season 3. Gen V season 1 started, and
yeah,
then we got season 4, and then we got Gen V season 2.
yeah. Which
It's
really
just
strong
you
show.
can feel it the same way you could feel it with like the Mandalorian Grogu, when instead of just leaving Grogu on his own, they were like, bring him back. We need that money.
Yeah. It's like people like him too much. They don't want him
Like,
gone.
we can't kill Homelander this easy and just be done with the show. So let's keep going.
Yeah.
Because season
Do
4 was
you do
great, but
you
it hurt. Like, it wasn't the
Yeah.
best. It wasn't the, like, worse. I can't like see
Yeah.
the final season was the worst, but like the first 4 seasons I was fine with. I didn't really
Yeah.
have a lot
No,
of
I agree.
issues like until
I agree.
season 5. Like the issues I have with the other seasons now are just because of how they finished it all off. Like that is the only
Yeah.
reason I have problems with things in the before.
Yeah. Because they were setting things up and then just didn't
Yeah,
fucking
like
deliver.
it's
Like
just
eh,
go
I
ahead.
think it's safe to say then season 3 is the Homelander and Butcher fight is probably our favorite
Mhm.
favorite moment, right? For sure. I mean,
That
I
that
hear
was
yeah. It's just
that
no
was
way it's
peak.
not. Yeah, it was pure fucking and then A Train right after grabbing that guy and just the whatever I think he was racist or something and he just fucking ran him on the side on the
Yeah, it
street.
was A Train and the hero gasm at the end of that. He was like all
Mhm.
through that season that the cop the cop, not the cop, but the cop soup that was killing black people in the black community,
Yeah.
and yeah, we
Yeah.
did the whole fucking A Train having his coming to Christ because his brother fucking got crippled by that guy. And
Mhm.
it was like, oh, okay. And then we got the hero gasm scene with him and Huey, which was phenomenal. Of A Train
Yeah.
breaking down and being like, I get it, man. Like, I didn't get it before, but I get it now. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And actually saying, I'm sorry. And Huey just being like, the fuck? Did he just apologize? Like, for
Yeah,
real
bro.
this time?
Like genuinely, like what
No
the
cameras,
hell?
no bullshit, just actually apologize to me. And I
Mhm.
think that was also my second favorite part when just Huey punching him and A Train being like, how the fuck did you just do that? And like genuinely being
Yeah.
confused at the fact that Huey just punched him.
Yeah.
That shit was
Cause
hilarious.
yep, that was fucking
Because
great.
then Annie
Dude,
showed up, was like, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Huey's powers were fucking wonderful. They were so funny. They were so him, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Like they made sense for his fucking kids. Just end up naked, fucking but fighting like
His
full
powers
right
were
in the middle of
fun.
it. Like
Like,
they were so fun. I'm so upset that they didn't get to keep their powers.
uh,
Like his
yeah,
powers,
I'm
genuinely.
upset. I didn't read comics. These comics, I know they're shit, at least for what I know
Yeah,
and have
I know
seen.
they're
But I know
garbage.
that in the comics, a lot of the boys' characters did have powers,
Mhm.
and that's where they finally like went this route. But they decided to make it temporary, which was cool. I'm glad.
It worked out for how I think for
But the powers they
what
had,
they
I
were
really
doing.
wish I got to see like Mother's Milk with some powers, or like what Frenchie would might have
Yeah,
gotten, like just to see it, you know.
if it was gonna be temporary, right? Yeah,
Yeah, like just one
like
time, fuck it, do it. But like at the same time, it did. Everybody was mad about it because it did make sense. This was a team of people that were against soups, no matter what,
and
and they
now we're gonna become
realistically
them.
shouldn't be like swallowing the pill and being like, "Oh, I got to become one." Like, and
Yeah.
especially Butcher of all people, that was like, "Hold up, wait a minute." And so, and I think that
Yeah,
because it
because it
was Soldier
was
Boy season, that's when we learned about MM's like trauma and his backstory with Soldier Boy, and so like
mhm,
seeing him not take it made sense. He wasn't gonna like fold and go back on that and just straight up be like,
yeah,
"Yeah, I'm gonna take this." No, he's not gonna do that.
yeah.
He was the man who
Uh,
literally walked up to Soldier Boy and went, "Let's fucking do this." And like
knowing full well he
he
was
was
gonna get
fucked.
rocked in one
Yeah.
fucking punch, like, there's no reason to do it, but yeah, no, you're
Like
right.
that's the
I
same
think
equivalent of people squaring up with Kingpin in the hallway. Like you ain't gonna fucking win, but you're still
there's
doing it. Like
you got numbers, but that don't fucking matter.
like it ain't gonna work, pal.
It's Kingpin, pal. He's just gonna fucking charge right through y'all. Oh man, dude. The whole virus thing, I feel like I feel like there should have been more of a payoff there. More of a not even payoff, because like it made sense how what happened and shit. Like because yeah, it was gonna like Huey didn't want it to get out because it killed Starlight and all the good superheroes that actually exist.
Yeah.
But in the same token, I feel like there definitely should have been some sort of like I
The
don't know, like
problem
it
is
should
that
have
we
got
got
out in a little area.
yeah,
You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
like the problem is
Could have
we
killed a
got the
few people. I don't know.
payoff in season 4 because the buildup of the virus was Gen V season 1. We learned about the virus, Godolkin, the bitch making it because she's mad about
Yeah,
Homelander and the plane. Cool, that was
yeah,
great setup. Then we got end of Gen V, Butcher finds the virus, or at least
mhm,
found the evidence that there was a virus, because
mhm,
what's her face got it. Um,
yeah,
so that was really good. And then we cut to season 4. The entire season was mainly them finding the virus, like learning about it, and doing their whole thing there. And then we went on to Gen V season 2. Virus was no longer a thing. We had this whole buildup with Godolkin, and like that was fucking awesome. Just to cut back to the virus, Gen V's not there. The
yeah.
problem
Oh
was
my
Gen V
god.
season 2. The gap there of not having to worry about the virus after spending 2 other seasons worrying about this virus to then go to season 5. We're now worrying about a virus again. The virus then meant fuck all because he got the
Yeah,
V1, and the whole buildup of Marie being from the same project as Homelander, fuck all. Like that was the problem with the virus, is that there was a lot
I'm
of buildup. There was a lot of cool things going around it, just for it to mean nothing.
yeah. Dude, Gen V, man. Gen fucking V, man. Internet, screw you.
Yeah,
It was such a good show, such strong writing,
the
good
acting for
characters, good
like
character development.
20-year-old
Like,
actors, that was phenomenal.
yeah, it was fucking incredible. Like, and a few, like, two of them I was already familiar with. Season one's Chance Perdomo, I think his name is, right? R.I.P.
Yeah,
I was familiar with his work from from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I think, on Netflix or whatever the yeah,
yeah.
that show. It was I really liked that show. I loved him in that show. He was my favorite fucking character because he's such a good actor. So seeing him in that show was wonderful. It sucked seeing him depart, but I feel like they did him justice.
Hmm.
And Marie's character, she was also from that same show. So again, I was also familiar with her, and I was excited as hell to see her like do more. Granted, her character was annoying as fuck at times, but she did great. And Emma became my favorite
Emma was
character.
great.
Emma was
Uh,
fucking wonderful.
Overall, like I hated what's her face, the
Kate,
telepath, but Kate, yeah, she was great. Like her acting, the
dude,
fact
oh,
that
her
she
acting was
made me
wonderful.
hate
Yeah,
her that much. Like
yeah. You know an actor's
nobody
doing
that
their
young should be
job.
doing that other than fucking Joffrey. Like dead
Exactly.
ass.
Exactly. You know they're doing their job when you hate them that fucking much, bro. And that's just a testament to their skill.
And yeah,
Uh
what sucks is like Chance. I think that season 2 got hurt because everybody really liked that character, and
yeah.
I think that people really, I don't know. I appreciated what they tried doing with giving his dad the spotlight
I
and
think
having him come
I
in
think I think it was wonderful.
instead of like just abandoning the storyline. I think it was
Yeah.
great that we got to see dad take over that and
Mhm.
like fully do all that stuff. I really hate that the season didn't get as much love as it should have. Godolkin, the guy who played the fake Godolkin, fucking murdered
Cypher?
that fucking
Dude.
that
Yeah.
whole role. Cypher was the best villain next to
Yeah.
Homelander in these shows.
100
Like
fucking
that
percent. I
was
agree.
so good. Like I fucking loved him. I had the same feeling I got when they introduced Stormfront. Like it was just that
Mhm.
like what is happening? Who is this fuckhead? Like he is actually a threat right now, and the mystery behind him. It was good season, and I loved Cypher in season 2. I I wish that the writers would have been like, "Yo, this guy's kind of low key too good to just kind of throw him away. Let's throw away the plot line that Godolkin is over here, and like, let's just this is the guy he's just gonna replace him because like he couldn't live in his
Yeah.
other body. We could have just moved minds like Apocalypse or some shit. Like,
Yeah. I
I would have
wish,
been
bro. I actually
fully
wish.
down with that because
Yeah, same.
the guy that played Godolkin in the end, yeah,
I mean,
I didn't. He was
he
nice. He
was
was
great.
fun, but
He was great.
I after the buildup with Cypher, it just felt very lackluster because Cypher was just I loved that.
I think also it's like I agree, fully agree, because yeah, no, he was fucking wonderful, and I do wish that there's a universe where it was just him.
Yeah.
But in the degree of like, I guess the duality of Godolkin, you got the cold calculative cipher side that he had to be to
Yeah.
get his plan done or to see that plan through. And then when he finally sees the plan through, he's back, he's healed, and we got the other guy.
He just got power
The
hungry. It's just like Sage said in season 5. Her love was she couldn't understand the fact that this brilliant man just threw it all away.
Yeah, yeah, but it was also just because, like, I guess, is it ego? Like, as I said, he had to be cold and calculative to ensure his plan worked, and then his plan did work, and I guess that got to his head, and it changed. It swapped the
Well, yeah,
personality
it
in a
was
way.
the
In
Nazi
terms of
in
like,
him.
he
It
just
wasn't
makes
switching his personality. It was the fact that he got his body back. He was gonna be him. He
You're
didn't
right.
have to hide behind Cypher
You're
anymore.
right.
He could go be the Nazi he was when he was around. So he
Yeah.
immediately got out of that fucking comatose and went, "Ha ha, yo, I'm gonna crash this whole fucking school and murder you all." Like,
Yeah.
and I saw where it happened. It was kind of like Stormfront, where she was being very calculative, and then she got Homelander on her side, and she very much switched like everything and started going hard on it all. And it was like, hold on, hold on,
Or
hold on,
like,
hold on, hold on, hold on.
we
Hold
are
your
Nazis.
Fuhrer shit on a second and do this shit calmly instead of just being like, all right, we're Nazis. It's
Yeah.
just sending it
Yeah.
back to being a Nazi. Like, yeah, I mean, Godolkin and Stormfront were two different people who have had how many fucking years of blending in and doing their thing to just be like, fuck it.
Yeah. Damn, bro. That's just the Nazi in him, though.
Yeah, like
Like,
that
real
ass,
shit,
the
that
fucking
ass just
power
the Nazi.
hungry little fucks.
That's
Godolkin looked at the
fucking
school and said, man, half of y'all powers ain't shit. And then proceeded to get fucked on by the people that had half-ass powers, like the dude with the butthole of fucking black
Oh
hole for
my
a butthole.
god.
Like,
Dude, that was fucking unreal, man. That whole plan. The boys, I gotta give it to them, man. They got the most creativity in the fucking world,
yeah.
brother. I'm not even sure I could come up with some fuck shit
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
that,
I
that
mean, if
was
I sit down, like,
that was
brother,
good. It's
it's like
still like
so
just it's
much.
the same thing as like episode 1 of season 3 when you get fucking Frenchie following around what's his face. The next thing you know, you're inside of some dude's dick hole. Like, what do you
Yeah, bro.
mean we're inside of his penis? Hold on. Like, and then
And then
next thing
he
you know, he's
expands.
basically wearing the guy he's in for pants. Like when he sneezed, he
Yeah,
was
'cause
wearing
he
that guy's
fucking
legs for
sneezes,
pants.
bro.
Like that shit was fucking crazy.
Yo, real shit. Do you think it's accurate that like sneezing and shit should activate some of their power sometimes?
Well, for
Like,
that guy, yeah, because he's probably concentrating on being small.
oh, actually, you're right.
And he
You're right.
sneezed and, like, yeah, it, like, fully caused him
Nah, I
to stop
asked
concentrating, and he fucking grew.
because I just imagine, bro. Imagine fucking Superman sneezes one day and then and then just fucking
Just
lasers
laser
the
beam the
entire
earth of
daily planet. Nah, yeah, that'd be fucking
so it
insane.
wasn't concentrating on how powerful his fucking lasers were, so he just cut the earth in half on a sneeze.
That yeah, GG, bro. G fucking G.
The
All
what if
right.
storyline we all need. What if Superman sneezed?
What if
And it's
Superman
just him
sneezed?
dealing with the grief
Hell
of the
yeah.
planet because
It's
he's
just
fucked
fucking
up.
what Arthur does to fucking to the moon or whatever the fuck in
Yeah.
that final time.
Yeah, bro. Fucking A.
All right, bro.
I think
Season 5.
yeah,
Despite
season 5.
despite it being not the fucking best, still better than Stranger Things.
Yeah,
That god
see,
awful shit mess.
season 5, we started out strong. Episodes
Mhm.
1 through 5 were pretty solid. They were moving the
Mhm.
story forward. Yeah, it was character development we didn't necessarily need, but it wasn't anything that I
It was
wasn't mad
charming.
about, you know, like
Yeah.
it wasn't wasting my time yet.
Yeah.
But end of episode 5, it was like, okay, we got 3 hours. We got quite a bit to wrap up here. Let's see what happens. Next
Mhm.
episode, it just started feeling more and more like wasting my time because we got like the V1, then we got he got the V1, and then the virus isn't going to work anymore that we just spent 5 episodes on. The other
Yeah.
issue is season 5 is just promo for their prequel show. We got
Yeah.
more Soldier Boy than we did in season 3 this season. And all it was promo. We got to introduce the character that's going to be in his new show. Like we introduced nothing but characters that were going to be in his show.
Yeah, you're right.
And
You're
then
right.
he got choked out and thrown into a fucking cryo freezer, storage boy. And fucking okay. It was just all promo. Let's go wrap this final season up next episode. That's where it hurt, because everything was fine up until then. Everything was fine up until then. They had 3 hours to wrap it all up, and they just kind of went, let's piss all over it. Like,
yeah, basically. Fucking basically.
I can't fully blame Kripke, because he had, granted I can.
He had his plan.
He had his plan. He wrote it out for 13 episodes. But I want you to pause, brother, because it's Amazon and it's what's going on in today's day and age. Why the fuck did you think that they were just going to be like, oh yeah, we'll let you do 4 more episodes or 5 more episodes on top of the 8
wait,
that
I
we
didn't even know about
every season? Like,
wait, I didn't even know about
you
that.
You weren't going to get that green light. And he wrote this season for 13 episodes and then got told he had to cut it down to 8 and do his 8 episodes. And so that's what we got, was him cutting that down to the 8 episodes. And then Gen V got canceled. So like that whole extra plot line that might have been part of those 5 episodes extra or whatever he could have worked in, it just didn't happen, because I hate it's not his fault and it is his fault. He shouldn't have wrote it for 13 episodes after having 8 episodes every season prior. You should have known you were not going to get that green light.
Yeah.
You
fair.
Came out and said you didn't want to do a big finale like every other show of like an hour and a half long. You should have. If you weren't going to do 13 episodes, you should have taken those last 3 episodes and made all 3 of them an hour and a half long and called it a day, because it would have made up for those extra 5 episodes.
Yeah.
But we didn't, and we got the hour stipulation of episode drops, and it was just kind of like, damn.
Yeah. But damn, I didn't even know that. He fucking tried to write for 13 episodes.
That's something I read at some point throughout watching the season. He wrote 13 episodes and like had to cut it back down to 8.
That's fucking bull, brother. Damn.
So like it's Amazon's fault and it's his own fault, because he should have known.
I'm gonna say, yeah, he should definitely have known. But I am gonna say, like, at the end of the day, he did also say like that Gen V season 3 was just gonna be a continuation of that final episode. Yeah. So Amazon's fault.
Yeah, it's Amazon's fault and it's his fault. Like it's a mix of both of them, but yeah, it's Amazon's fault because they decided to just can it and cancel it when there was really no reason, unless like Kripke really went back and like, okay, I got to cut these 8 episodes down. Let's just cut that because we're just gonna wrap it all up here instead.
I'm really curious to know, like, I hope that some point they release more information on what season 3 would have been, or maybe they bring it back, hopefully. But yeah, you know, it's more possible in today's day and age to bring a show back than it has ever been. So
I'm mad that the actors didn't fight for it harder. Like the second it got canned, I saw Emma's actress was on Instagram like, "Oh, I really appreciated the time we had. Like, cool post."
Yeah.
But you should have been like, "This is bullshit. We really shouldn't be getting canceled. This is a pretty good show." Like, you should have stood up for yourself in a little bit of a way, because like that was a great show. You were carrying, you were doing great in acting. All of you guys were, and it shouldn't have been canned overall.
It really shouldn't have. I really want to know what season 3 would have fucking been about, because like
if you're not going to release it, at least do what Snyder did. Release the synopsis or the map of what
the storyboard, whatever the fuck.
Release your storyboard.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see that at the very least, because genuinely, like the simple fact that like with what happened in Gen V season 2, they took Chance's character and they gave that plot line to his dad. Like you said, I think that was a great decision. I think genuinely that turned out really fucking well, and it kind of meant all the more, emotionally speaking, you know? And I was excited to see him do more. He just got his like humanity back in a way, his morality back, you know?
Yeah.
And then all these other characters that they settle, like you said, fucking Marie with her being the only other project, just like Homelander. Like, I was excited to see all these characters in season 5 of The Boys. None of them fucking showed up. So at the very least, I'd like to know what was going on in season 3 because maybe that's why. Maybe season 3 was going on at the same time as season 5, and that's why none of them are there. I need a good reason as to why that is, because like there other than that, there's no reason that they should have not been in season 5.
Yeah.
Other than I guess that one joke that fucking the Worm made about trying to make a good season finale with like 13 different characters. You know, is fair. Because like I guess that's also why they didn't want to fit more than they already had to fit in. But you know, I fucking blows, dude. I miss Gen V.
Yeah. It's hard.
I mean, overall, like, I think the best thing that we can both say about the season finale is that it was all right. They did what they had to do. Kill off Butcher, kill off Homelander. You know, give Huey and Starlight their ending, give Kimiko her ending. They did what they had to do, but that's about it. They like that's really all you can like. Again, better than Stranger Things ending because like they actually weren't afraid to kill off characters, and they in a way they attempted to tie up all the loose ends. You know what I mean? In some way, shape, or form. The writing was 100% fucking better than whatever shit show season the last season of Stranger Things was. But you know, again, it was all right. It was all right.
I think that Homelander's that beginning fight was rushed and garbage. I think the last half of the movie was strong, or the last half of the finale was strong. Like everything with Butcher, everything with like Huey, that stuff was super strong, and like them all walking off and doing their own thing, that was all really well done. But the build up, that first half of the finale was so rushed.
I also
just like genuinely just a heaping pile of dog shit in comparison to the last half. Like it was fun, but the second we got to Homelander and Butcher's fight, the fact that I could tell that Homelander was on strings when he was trying to fly away really fucking hurt the finale. Okay.
Yeah.
Like Homelander, that should be CGI. He should have been able to escape. He should have at least gone a one-on-one with Ryan for a minute before Butcher caught up in any way, shape, or form. Like there should have been a couple different things going on there, but instead it was like
stayed in that room.
Homelander just became slow, like a turtle. Like he genuinely couldn't escape, and they didn't even try to like show it off in a good way of like, oh, slow-mo real quick of Homelander trying to escape and Ryan coming in super fast to hit him. No, it was Homelander like leaped away on strings and like lifted up into the sky, and all of a sudden here comes Ryan out of the frame, just like knocking him off to the side. And it was like, bro, what? He didn't even crash through the wall. Like, hold on.
Yeah, you didn't hear shit. He's just there out of nowhere. Like
how the fuck did he know he was even going to lift off right then? Like, show me the speed. Show me everything that is which this is going on. Like, it just felt like I was watching it in Huey's perspective of just everybody moving at human speed.
Yeah, well, dude.
At least A-Train, we got a fucking slow-mo shot there in his episode before he died. But, like, really? We couldn't show off Homelander's powers, who, by the way, could keep up with A-Train and catch him. But, you know.
Oh my god,
let's not talk about that.
We start off.
We literally start off with him, A-Train out of there, and Homelander right behind him in, like, half a second.
And then he's just slow. Do you think maybe in some way that it was a mental thing?
Possibly, because he was just at that point where he is God and he couldn't think he could die, and he didn't think that they were successful with Kimiko's chest blast. But
yeah,
I think it was a cocky thing, but I also feel like there were plenty of moments through that fight where he got over that cockiness, and you could see the panic in his face where he should have just been able to escape.
Yeah.
When Ryan showed up, Homelander was already trying to escape. There was no reason that Homelander looked at them both and said, "You're both going to die." No, bro. You've already been trying to dip. You're now 2v1, 3v1, and you're going to sit here and square up again? No, you dip. You literally just were trying half a second ago before Ryan hit you out of the air.
Yeah, no.
Why the fuck aren't you flying away right now?
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Ah.
Like, yeah, the line was cold. Like, I'm gonna kill you, and you're gonna be first to Ryan. But like, run. You were in the middle of running.
Yeah.
You're not this big, strong guy who knows how to
It
fight.
was good, but fuck, man. I'm still mad at Amazon for even having the audacity to drop that fucking poster of him flying above the White
Yeah.
House with like a million different suits behind him.
Yeah,
Why
I
the
just
fuck would
wish they
Jesus like that with
committed
something so cool
to some of the
and then not
things.
even give us that?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they didn't fucking commit. It's like they put out this thing. I feel like maybe that might have happened and they just cut it because it was too much or something. It felt like I don't know.
I was gonna bring this up because I saw it at some point scrolling Instagram. Granted, I don't know if that's got any ground to it, but there was a thing saying that Anthony Starr came out and like didn't like say it, but I think he tweeted it or he commented or something that like there was an alternate ending or like they shot something different, and so he knew that things weren't going to be going that great. He was talking about a show. He's talking about Stranger Things in a fucking interview at one point, but he didn't mention them. But he was like, I was watching this show recently. It was kind of a big show, and we were getting towards the end, and like everybody survived. Nobody died. And we're at the end of a show, so it kind of feels like you need that. And he was like mad that people weren't dying, and it felt like he was also like, to me, it felt like he was tidbitting to the final season because like we had a couple deaths. Like,
Look,
and Homelander, like Anthony Starr, the week leading up to the finale, was doing nothing but commenting on the post. You saw the one I sent you?
yeah.
Of like just people roasting the finale and the final season, and he was just commenting on it, laughing, like, yeah, I kind of agree. Like this, like bro was not with this shit because he got wasted as a character there in the end. All this time of this buildup of him being powerful or whatever else. Not that he's smart by any means. He had a couple smart moments.
Yeah, but that he was not. Yeah, no, he was not.
But he wasn't any genius.
In there, yeah, at all most of the time.
He wasn't battle smart.
Drove his decisions. His fucking insecurities drove his decisions.
Yeah. The other thing, like, you're telling me that Soldier Boy, Butcher, and Huey with powers holding Homelander down, and Homelander can escape. But Ryan and Butcher can do it without Soldier Boy's help in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been showing me that Ryan's stronger than most people, but you also decided to go back on that when you showed him get his ass whooped by Homelander at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm not too mad at that, just because like experience.
Oh yeah, Ryan wasn't gonna win that.
He's still a kid. He's not gonna win that.
But they also just didn't do a good job of showing that Ryan is
just as powerful
or just as strong, or stronger, because like they had been doing that of like, oh, Ryan is this potentially only person that can stand up to Homelander if it comes to it. Like he is naturally born, he has the same powers as Homelander, but not from a lab, so he should be, that was everybody's predictions and everybody thought that's what they were building, at least what it felt like to me. And then this is where they just kind of were like, we're not going to be going too much further, and he's only this age. We kind of got to cap him off right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a question. Okay. We've covered all the seasons, brother. Do you think that Soldier Boy could have been is a redeemable character? Do you think he could redeem himself? Like the same way A-Train did? If he tried to become a good person, do you think that's possible?
No.
No, not at all.
He showed us so many times, like throughout us seeing him, that he doesn't want to be redeemed. But I don't think that no, because overall, bro, he's all about old women and hookers, wine, like blow, doing whatever the fuck he wants, being racist. He doesn't want to change that. He literally, end of the show, was like, I'm gonna fuck off down to wherever and do coke and fuck whores. Like, that was his whole plan. After giving away V1, everything that he's done. He went around and he did the explosion with Chinatown out of fucking anger of racism and homophobia. He dead ass just like got overwhelmed and blew up, and then proceeded to go murder all those soups in Herogasm. We're gonna learn more about what he did back in the day when he was younger, but for what all we know, he was not the cleanest guy in the world. So like,
Yeah,
I
definitely
don't.
not.
He has a lot more time where like you got that. Yeah, he was back there. Then he was in sleep until we saw him now. But even what we saw him now, he wasn't even trying to redeem himself. I don't think unless they tried to do it sooner on, where he like woke up and was like, oh, maybe I can accept the fact that this is happening in my world.
I feel like I saw hints, like the tiniest little baby. Because you're right, you're 100% right. But I feel like I saw like the tiniest little baby hints during this last season of like what the shit is going on. Because like at the end of the day, like yeah, he had his flaws. Yeah, he was racist. Yeah, he didn't wanted to do what the fuck he wanted to do, but he was still like a quote like a America is good and I don't want it to get destroyed. Like
But that's
when
true and
Homelander
not
was
true.
like when Homelander was taking control of the president and shit, he was like, yo, since when can soups do this shit? Like I feel like to me that was like a hint of like this is kind of wrong.
No, that was
Like
him
you
being
shouldn't
like, wait a minute, damn,
be in
we've come up
control.
this high. Because you got to remember,
Yeah,
his government sold him to the communists to get tested on and thrown away so that
yeah,
way Homelander could come in.
yeah.
He
You're
was
right.
saying
You're
that,
right.
like, since when can soups shit on the president? Because when he was around, the government was shitting on him and doing all of this to him and making sure that the soups were in line.
Okay, you're
And,
right.
and
Okay,
then,
damn.
like, throughout the season, you literally see that the only reason he is at all, like, somewhat thinking about anything and doing anything the other way is because he hates Homelander and he doesn't
Yeah, that's
necessarily
what I was gonna
like
say.
Homelander. He
I was gonna
doesn't.
say, like, I feel like I felt like Homelander's insanity was kind of waking him up to this is
Yeah.
fucked. Like I'm not this guy. Like
Yeah.
I think
But it goes
to
all the way
me that
back
was kind of
to
making him.
season 3 when he was gonna kill Homelander and we wake him up here after he went back into freeze. Like, he was in between. He didn't know which side to take. He literally just got done last time he was awake trying to kill this guy. And now this guy's asking him to help him, even though so he was confused. He was very
Yeah,
he was like, what the fuck is going on? Because he was like, what the fuck is going on here? But he was still working with what he had. The problem is Soldier Boy didn't there was really no movement with him. He just kind of stayed where he was.
yeah,
And I think that's just because of the promo for that show. Like,
yeah,
I
for
don't think
sure.
they aim to change that. But just as the question, I don't think he's a redeemable person. Out of everything he's done, I don't know. I don't know. Because
All right.
he even learned Clara was a fucking Nazi and was still like, yeah, but this is
No,
what
you're
Clara
right. He
would
was
have
still in love with
wanted.
her.
Like,
He was still in love with her. All right. Yeah.
he was fighting the Nazis, at least I think. I don't remember. But, like, no, he
Then fell in love
wasn't.
with one.
Yeah, falling in love with a
He was
Nazi.
a soldier. He most likely he was fighting the Nazis. 100%.
I don't remember
He's an
if
American soldier.
he took place during that or the Cold War,
I.
because from the promo and the trailer of the Soldier Boy
Oh,
show,
actually, you're right.
Liberty
Hold on.
is on the American side. So the Nazis have already had to fall, and Vought is a thing. It's Vought
You're
rising.
right.
Like, that's the whole show. So it, like, maybe it's the fall of Nazis and this is the beginning of Vought, but since Soldier Boy is Soldier Boy, I have a feeling like this is a little bit after that. I'm not fully certain. I don't necessarily get the timeline just yet.
Well, according to Reddit, not the most reliable source, so do not quote me. But according to Reddit, people are saying that probably did fight in smaller battles towards the end of the war, and then that was about it.
Okay.
So like in battles like where the Allies had an overwhelming advantage.
Yeah.
So it was
because that's
basically
basically what he did. He wasn't like an actual soldier. He was a fake Captain America.
he was like a fraud. basically. I think we're gonna get a lot more of that insight in this
Yeah.
new show, Vought Rising.
Only
Which
reason I'm excited for Vought Rising is because of Jensen Ackles,
Jensen
and I
Ackles,
think
yeah.
it's gonna be hilarious. I think the cast is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Getting to see the jock from Stranger Things do something other than be the jock from Stranger Things, I think that's gonna be fun, and I think he's gonna
It's
be
gonna
an
be
interesting
cool.
character.
He's a great
His
actor
bomb
because he
site.
makes me hate him.
Yeah, like overall,
Fuck
I
that guy, though.
think I think this is gonna be a fun little show. I think it's nothing I'm super excited about,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
think I feel the
watch it.
same. Yeah. All right. So here, I got this is a tiny question. Would you risk taking Compound V for powers?
No,
Would you risk that? No?
no. There's too many shitty powers in that world. Like, I don't wanna become Dognut or the male version of the feline.
Oh fuck no. Oh
Like,
god, bro.
like,
Oh hell.
or
Oh,
Rockhard.
that'd be so
Like,
bad,
I
dude.
don't
Okay,
wanna be the
Rockhard?
thing that just jerks off volcanic rock or, like, busts
Okay, but
volcanic
that's his
rock.
own fault though. That's his own fault. He didn't have to stay like that.
No, but,
Realistically,
like, you
Rockhard,
wanna beat
he was
off
a
or
pretty
do anything like that, no, think about that. You fucking somebody, you bust lava in them. She dead.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, because he couldn't go back. He was
Yeah,
straight up just
he's just
rock
a rock.
forever.
Like, he's the thing. He's literally just stuck that way, and it's not like he had some blind baddie fucking, like, waiting for him.
Oh, that's crazy. Damn. I- oh god.
There's
Yeah,
too
you're
many
right.
shitty powers. You wanna be the worm? You don't get a dick.
Okay, wait.
You don't get a
Wait,
dick.
wait.
You get
Yo,
one
would
fucking
you
hole.
would you rather would you rather be the worm or web weaver?
I'd rather be Web Weaver than the worm.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Fucking hole in the back. Fucking
At least I'm
webbed up
still
the ass.
somewhat a version of Spider-Man.
I guess
I can make it work.
that
I can make
I
it
can
work.
make it work is crazy. All right, bro. Nah, I don't even know. You know what? I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. All right, male version of the cat, feline, or the worm.
The worm. The fuck?
Yeah, the worm.
Fuck. The feline
There's no
wasn't even
disagreeing on
bulletproof.
that.
Granted, the worm's probably not bulletproof either, but
But he's cool. He was chill, you know.
the
I mean,
worm was
not cool,
fun.
but
The worm
he
was
was
fun.
fun,
You imagine being able to dig your own tunnels? Just have a tunnel system and
dude.
like, bro. Come
I don't
on.
want my own fucking tunnel system. What the hell?
I could tunnel to
The
you right
weirdest shit
now.
you'd see. It'd take you probably like a fucking few months, man.
I'd have a tunnel. Fuck, it
And
doesn't
you'd
even
have
have to
to
be a
eat
tunnel,
all the
bro. I could
dirt.
deadass build an underground bunker, but I gotta dig it out and I could do it myself.
Okay, actually, that's pretty cool. Having your own
I
underground.
don't gotta
bunker.
hire somebody to go in there and do any of that. I can literally just go down and fucking open it up and
Big
start doing
one.
the support beams and actually doing that shit myself.
Oh god, but he has to eat dirt and stuff. That you're basically eating shit.
But the difference is to him, the dirt tastes different, has different qualities. You literally see him going
You're
like through
right.
the different
You're right.
soils and grabbing the different shit.
Ah, dude, I just can't imagine doing that, bro. And be like,
I'd rather
I
be the
guess it would
worm
be
than a cat.
different powers.
I'm not doing cat. I'm not doing hairballs. I'm not sitting there licking myself. I'm not doing any of that.
Okay, dude, do you think she actually had to do any of that shit, or was she just being fucking weird?
I think
'Cause,
she
like, I
fully
feel like
committed, but I think that like the universe was at a point where what their powers were was just supposed to be like that's what
very
they
literal.
are, and
Yeah.
so that's why like Dognut and her they couldn't control themselves in the fashion that they started sniffing each other's asses because that's just the animal.
Ah!
That's the animal instinct in their powers.
The animal. Yeah. Yeah. Oh hell, man. Okay.
Granted, the whole thing with her and like the water, you want to drink of this water? No, cats drink water. Why? I'm a cat. What does that mean?
Yeah, for real.
You need
what
a
the hell?
bowl and you gotta lick it up. Like now you're just a freak. Like that's a choice. Like you know,
Yeah, 100%. That 100%.
shitting in a litter box, a choice.
The litter box was a fucking 1000% a choice.
Like,
There is no reason
you can
she
go
should've been
shit in
shitting
a
litter
you can go
box,
shit in a
brother.
toilet. I know cats and dogs that shit in toilets. Like you could easily go do it.
Exactly. Nah, bro. Yeah, there was no fucking reason for that bullshit.
There was
Oh hell
none.
no. Oh hell no. Okay, next question. Do you have any? Do you have personally that come to mind have any hot takes on the boys,
Uh,
or what you would consider to be hot takes?
I mean, I guess the hot take would be that I fully enjoyed season 4 because I know
Did
that
people
like a
really
good
not
amount
enjoy
of
it
the
that
internet
much?
didn't like season 4.
I feel like it was not that bad, bro. I enjoyed it too. I don't really have any issues with it. Again, like you
Uh,
said earlier, the only issues I have with it is because of what happens later,
yeah.
which isn't that deep
I
at all.
wouldn't say I guess I'd have any hot take. Um, maybe Herogasm wasn't as bad as it could have been. I wish there was
You're
more,
right.
but
Yeah.
like, but they
The
couldn't
only
have done
hot
much
take I could
more.
think of is
Yeah, I don't have.
minus the racism. In a different world, I think maybe Soldier Boy's a good guy. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
liked him being a bad guy though.
I liked it too, but at the same time, like I feel like he could still be the same soldier. Again, minus the racism, the
But we,
same soldier boy with the fucking
mm,
drugs and the fucking old
I
ladies.
guess that's a hot take. I just because like we would have never gotten the Captain America and Soldier Boy comparisons. We won't like that. You got
Okay, he doesn't need to
you
be. He
got the
doesn't need to
guy.
be
Well, I mean,
Captain
even then,
America
like
doing
people
things.
compare that, but yet again, Captain America is the most racist person towards the X-Men in the world, and then we got
Yeah, you're right.
Soldier Boy who just hates every race. But
Come on, citizens, fight together.
fuck
You
you,
stay
X-Men,
back.
fucking dirty mutant,
30 mutants, stay back.
fucking
I
dude.
can't help you. America won't allow it. The government said no.
What's that?
Fucking, oh my goodness.
Huh? Oh, you go to bed. Um, but
Okay.
yeah.
I have this other question
Overall,
too.
I wouldn't. It's a hot take and not a hot take because to me, it just like Soldier Boy's whole thing. I really liked because it was refreshing from having
Nah,
another
yeah.
Captain America. Just like
Yeah.
it was nice seeing Captain America be a fuckhead. Like that was fun.
Evil as
Like
hell. Yeah.
that was fun. We got to see Hydra, like the Hydra Man before Hydra Man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. Because you've never you don't read the comics. You've never experienced evil Captain America.
No,
There's you
but I
know of
know
him
that
though,
I
right?
know it. That's
Fucking
what I'm saying. Like he worked
yeah.
for Hydra. Like
There's rumors we're gonna see him in
yeah, I know. I've
Doomsday.
heard of that. We'll see if they do
Uh
that.
yeah, we'll see.
I
We'll
think
see.
it's a
We'll
little
see.
late to be doing all that. I mean,
Probably. At
Hydra's
this
been
point it's
in the
just
gutter for how long now? Like, I mean, realistically, to bring them back
yeah.
into fucking Secret
Well,
Wars, are we dead ass?
well. Do you
Or
know anything
Doomsday?
about Secret Wars?
Yeah, that's the one comic line I've read.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, so okay, so you know how like on Battle World they have like the different
Mhm.
continents, right? Of
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
like
why it's
in that
plausible.
respect, it would be
I just
cool.
think it would
Like,
feel
a
random as
continent owned by
fuck.
Hydra. It
Like,
doesn't need to be. I feel like it would feel random if they like shoehorn him into the story somehow. If it's just
if
like a
it's
quick
quick, then
little
yeah, I guess.
this
Like, if it's
this
him
place is controlled by Hydra and Captain America's in charge.
if it
You know what I
wasn't
mean?
bad, like
Like
Captain America fighting Captain America real quick, I would, I wouldn't be mad about that. But like, granted, it'd just
yeah,
be the same thing all over again from Endgame,
yeah,
where
just yeah,
we
as I
got
said.
that little sneak peek of like Captain America acting like he was part of Hydra, getting the case and getting Loki's scepter, and then his actual self finding him and being like, "You Loki, you need to stop." Like we
Yeah,
would
yeah.
just kind of it kind of end up being the same thing just with the Hydra version of Captain America, and that's why I think they probably won't commit to that because it dead ass would be a copy paste, same thing, same fight.
You're right. You're right. Well, yeah,
It
you're
would
right.
literally be
You're
going
right.
from one Avengers movie where that happens to the next one where it
Another,
happens. Like
thing.
it would be
Yeah,
back to back.
yeah. You're right. Okay. All right. Well, here's my next question. I mean, I have like one or two more questions, but I think kind of answered them low key on accident already. Sidetracked into those answers. So
How it goes.
I guess this is my last question. This is my last question. Do you think that because I've been seeing this online a lot. Do you think that Homelander is one of the world's greatest villains, akin to like Heath Ledger's Joker? Like,
Yeah.
do you think he belongs on, yeah, on the Mount Rushmore of
Oh, without a
villains?
doubt.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I
I'm
fully agree.
I could
It's like
fully agree with that because of the fact that Homelander was a fucking menace. The acting was superb, and we got a longer time with him. I can personally say I rank him higher than Heath because I got more time with him as
higher
a
than
villain.
Heath.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's fair because with like more
Because
time,
end of the
but like,
day, here's the thing. My problem with it is that I love those movies and I love Heath Ledger's Joker, but Joker is Mark Hamill.
yeah, that's
And
fair.
end of
That's
the day,
fair.
Homelander as a villain, that was fucking awesome all the way up until the end.
It was
That was
100%,
the
100%.
most brilliant ride. And the little bit of time I got with Cypher, I can put him up in that list. Like his acting was superb. Those
Okay,
villains were great.
damn.
They had me questioning things the whole time. They had me engaged and fully like, fuck this guy, but I also like this guy. He's kind of cool and fun. But like, yeah, I'm fully willing to put both of them up there.
Damn, bro. Both of them? That's crazy. Didn't expect Cypher,
Cypher
bro.
killed that
Homelander is
shit.
like fair. Yeah.
Cypher
That,
killed that shit.
yeah,
I
I mean,
fucking
yeah.
loved his acting in that.
But dude, but above Heath Ledger though, fucking Homelander, I don't know if I agree. I can't agree on that. Heath
It's only
Ledger was
because Mark
fucking
Hamill
good.
is my Joker. Nothing will
That's fair.
ever
That is
nothing will
fair,
ever
but
compare to the feelings I got when watching and playing the Arkham games with Heath, like with having him as my Joker. I love
okay,
Heath as the
but live
Joker.
action show. Who's live your favorite live action?
Well, it's
Joker?
Heath because
What is this?
there really hasn't
Okay.
been a good one other than him. But that's the problem.
Yeah, well, hitting Jack Nicholson.
Jack
The hell,
Nicholson
man.
was fun. He was a cool version of Joker, but I can't say that he was at all my favorite version of the Joker. He is not in my top 10, but he is definitely not lower than fucking Jared Leto because Jared Leto is the lowest of the low. Like, if anybody ever does worse than Jared Leto, then you need to quit acting altogether. But like,
Nah, that's real. That's fucking real.
end of the day with that one. But like Barry Keoghan or whatever his name is, it was an okay Joker. Like for the little bit that we got in his deleted scene, and like the scene that we were supposed, like the scene we did get, I think was at the end. I can't remember, but like.
Yeah, it was like in the middle of the movie or something.
I'm interested in his Joker to see how it goes because he sounded neat. But yeah, out of all the live action, like Heath is genuinely like the only one that genuinely like stands out to me. It was like a live action Joker.
Yeah.
But if we're going villains and top villains in my charts, like Mark Hamill's Joker is still up there, right with Homelander and whoever else, because I can't think of them right now. Like
Darth Vader.
yeah, Darth Vader.
I feel like the Mount Rushmore of fucking villains gotta be Darth Vader, Heath Ledger's Joker, or you know Mark Hamill's Joker too. Either or works, bro. Just Joker, period. Fucking, I'd put Homelander up there too. Like I do think he's an amazing fucking villain. I do, and like you said, I agree with everything you said. He's a phenomenal actor.
We spent 5 seasons trying to think of ways ourselves on how to defeat him.
Yeah. I do gotta say it pisses me off that Anthony Starr hasn't gotten any acting recognition up until The Boys.
Yeah.
Because like I could not tell you a singular thing he's from besides The Boys.
I can.
Like,
Covenant.
I know he's other.
Covenant's a great little one. He's only a small part in that. There's a couple other things I wanted to watch of his, but
I want to see
Covenant
him
is one that I do know of. That's one with him and Buck. What's his name? He played what's his face? Oh, I can't think of it. Donnie Darko.
I don't know.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh.
He's the main character of Covenant. It's a military movie, and it's made by the same guy who did the League of not the League, the group of the one with Alan Richardson, the new one on Amazon. One that I swore I watched with you guys. It's a Guy Ritchie film. It's fucking peak. And Anthony Starr is just like a little mercenary that comes in to save the day in that, and he's fun in that. But he's only a small part.
I want to see more things. I saw in an interview that he said he's probably gonna he wants to step back from like being a supervillain, which is fair after doing one for 5 seasons. But at the very same
if James Gunn isn't on top of his shit.
Yeah, dude, if James Gunn does not hit him up.
The second that season finale came out, bro should have been on that, texting him being like, yo, you want to be Reverse Flash?
Like, please, because Reverse Flash, he's definitely up on that Mount Rushmore for me. He's definitely up on that fucking Mount Rushmore because he's the most pettiest of petty in the fucking universe. I don't think there's a character in all of fiction that gets pettier than this fucking guy. Like, genuinely. He does way too much. And for no reason, for absolutely none, all because he got the spotlight stolen from him. Genuinely, Anthony Starr would it just be Homelander Loki all over again, but like worse and better and like smart and calculative and with better power, dude. It'd be so good. It'd be so peak, so peak. James Gunn, please. James Gunn, please, bro. Please.
You ever heard of the movie Without a Paddle, bro?
Without a Paddle? What?
Yeah,
No?
no, great comedy. I watched that shit like so many times as a kid. Apparently, he's in that. I never noticed or knew that. That's crazy.
Shit.
Who the? You gotta watch it. It's got Matthew Lillard in it.
Hell yeah.
And
Matthew.
what's his face?
Once Upon a Time,
Seth
Matthew
Green,
Lillard.
Matthew Lillard, and Dax Shepard. Those are the three main characters. It's fucking phenomenal comedy movie.
Once Upon a Time, Matthew Lillard was gonna be Plastic Man in DC,
yeah, he should have. Him or Jim Carrey? Which one would you rather?
That is a hard question, brother.
who young versions of them? Who would you?
Yeah,
like,
young versions, of course.
Plastic Man. Like Jim
difficult.
Carrey kind of would go hard. I
think Jim Carrey. Yeah, I think Jim Carrey's kind of like built for that role. Plastic. He looks like him. Ace Ventura is basically just Plastic Man without the fucking powers. I mean,
yeah,
that would be fucking peak.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
No disrespect to Matthew Lillard, but
yeah, Jim Carrey would have killed that role.
He would have fucking killed it.
Like,
that would have been wonderful.
He doesn't even need to get the CGI done to his face to make all the faces sometimes. Like, like
yeah, no, he really doesn't. He just fucking do it. Like, he's so good. He's such a good actor at that. I fucking love Jim Carrey. Oh my goodness. Man, yeah. Damn, bro. Now I want to talk about James Gunn DC. Yeah, I did. A little bit, bro. A little bit. Okay. Do you think that more TV shows should adopt the same sort of, or attempt to adopt the same sort of shock value that The Boys provided?
In their own way, yeah.
I think for me it's like a 50-50. I feel like if I see it now, if it's not like Marvel or DC, because I know Marvel and DC can have that shock value.
In what way do you mean shock value? Do you mean in their grotesque shit that they did, or the big reveals that they did? Because they had quite a bit of like big little twists and turns that they did, and like
I think anything can do that sort of shock value. But no, I mean in their grotesque, like we saw a dude go into a penis type of thing. That what I mean. I don't think. I mean,
yes
like I was saying, like in the same respect, Marvel and DC can kind of do it if they were to ever decide to put out rated R content, because some of the comics that they have are fucking unreal. Okay, it's absolutely unreal. Specifically, Marvel, they do some wild shit in the comic.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like
Marvel's a lot darker than people really fucking think. Like even the comics that I have sat down and read, it's like, bro, because like I got Mayhem's dad, one of his takes has always been that, oh, DC should always be dark and Marvel should always be this bright because DC has always been this dark thing. And I'm like, bro, you never read the comics, because Marvel is fucking dark as shit. And like,
genuinely, like, as much as people say it, because I've heard that argument a lot, as much as people say that, DC, it's only Gotham. like crazy multiversal shit happens every other week, sure. But
Gotham's really the only place that's super fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the fucking day, every other like everything's always talking about like hope and the light and like goodness and shit like that. Like there's not that many anti-heroes besides like the people in Gotham or fucking, I don't know, you're everyone's like John Constantine or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and even then he's still a goody two shoes for the most part. Yeah, like he doesn't really kill people.
I've always heard that argument, and I've always been like, bro, like no. Like no. Like even I don't even read a lot of comics, but even what I have read and I have seen, Marvel was always there. Like we had the Marvel Knights. Yeah. Like everything rated R was going through that, and like, bro, I'll never forget that take when he and I are arguing because he just will always be like, "Yeah, no," because I always sit there and I'm like, "Dude, I want more blood, I want more guts, I want more like realism into Marvel because that's what I feel like it should be." It's been that way since the first 4 movies. It was more real. It was a little bit more set tone of like, yeah, we're not afraid to fucking kill people, and like we haven't necessarily gone away from that, but we're bringing in more young characters that are more along the lines of we're not going to kill and we're going to save, and that's where we're losing that. And I'm like, I want the darkness. That's why I love Daredevil so much because it brings that back, that TVMA rating. I get to see blood. I get to see people's heads like get crushed in. Like
Yeah.
that stuff is what superheroes are to me because that's the power scaling of those universes. You need to show me
Yeah.
that they are more powerful and things are more real. That's part of the reason why I love Invincible so much because it does a good job at showing you the consequences of things. And like not everything is happy go lucky. Like
at the end of the day, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Invincible, I do not see that show as a superhero story. I genuinely see it as like just this kid trying to like figure shit out. Like
yeah,
he's not
it's not
because like
not
realistically,
superheroes,
he's
but
not.
he's just a hero. He's trying his best. He's a person.
He's trying his best, and not only that, but like for the most part though, it's like he's not the same as like his. I feel like his full focus isn't always saving people, more so than saving the ones important to him and
Yeah,
stuff.
and that's where like
Like
season 1, they did really well with him. He wanted to just save people.
Mhm.
His whole thing with
He
him
wanted to save
when he
everyone.
was
Yeah.
fighting his dad and like him still
Mhm.
trying to save people when he had that threat in his eyes of the
Mhm.
building falling on itself, but it still showed that realism. He can't save them.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
That stuff is
It
so cool to me.
yeah.
Like when
I
you asked shock value, I was gonna say Invincible because in a lot of moments it like does that where you're like, I think he's gonna save the day, and then next thing you know, you're looking at a fucking big bloody entrail of the person he tried to save, and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
especially like the kid and the mom in that building during that fight that he was trying to save. Like, I got you,
Yeah.
don't worry. And then the building falls, and it's literally him holding the mother's arm or the kid's arm.
Yeah.
Nothing left. Like I was sitting there, like, damn, I thought he was actually gonna do that shit.
Yeah, because it's
I'm
it's
used to
like
any
it's
other
normal
superhero
superhero
show
shit.
doing that shit. Like,
Yeah. That they always usually save the day, and this one really shows you like you fucking can't always do that. That's really good. All right. Uh all right. I guess final question for real. For real this time. We sidetracked a bit.
shout out
What's
Mr. Free
one
Access
thing?
loading.
What's one thing out of all 5 seasons of The Boys? Just The Boys that you would change? Maybe like an episode or a scene. One thing. A character's death or what? Like a
Uh,
moment where they should they were should have died or shouldn't have died, whatever. What have you? What maybe you?
um, that's kind of hard to because like I want to change everything in season 5, but
That's
like,
why I said one. Yeah, it had to be a little difficult
uh,
because then you just say everything.
fuck. It would be Frenchie and Kamiko's relationship.
I I'm recording the podcast right now. What's up, my love? Okay, continue.
It would be Kamiko and Frenchie's relationship. I think that for the beginning, they really leaned on the friendship thing and keeping it a friendship thing and not so much a
Mhm.
lovers thing. And I think that leaning into that kind of went really hard, especially with her like voice coming into play and then making out and like just I felt like a lot of time got wasted there. Like not necessarily wasted, like they were in love. And if we were gonna do that, we should have just committed to that last season. We did not need that all this season. But
Well, the
like
whole let's not be together. We
yeah,
can't be
like
together
just
thing.
the things that we did with their relationship, I think could have been different and better, like just hatched out a little bit better. Cause
Yeah.
like we had that whole skip between them getting taken by the Gen V characters and all of a sudden Kamiko can talk and this is all just kind of happening and it felt just off and their relationship was always my favorite, but it felt like it went different when they all of a sudden were like they were being friends and Kimiko wanted it to be friends, and then all of a sudden we're making out. And it was just kind of like, wait a minute, hold up, what happened?
Yeah,
I know we were leaning
it's
this way
just, it
with
just
Frenchie
developed.
and loving you, and like we understood that, but I don't think it needed to be there. I think it really could have just been that brother sister. Like he literally saved her, and that would have
Yeah,
been very emotional just as much as them being in love with each other. And like it still would have gotten that line of no, you saved me, because it was
yeah,
that like yeah, they were in love, but it could have also been brotherly and sisterly of like you saved me and we
yeah,
became close enough that we couldn't necessarily separate like that. Because that whole thing in the finale with Frenchie showing up for Kimiko's head blast, dumbest shit in the world. I don't care. That was the dumbest shit in the world. And just for all that to
it just
be,
wasn't.
just for it to,
It just
it
didn't
all
feel
led
paced
to
right.
Frenchie, or not Frenchie, but MM being like, if only Frenchie could have seen it happen, and her be like, yeah, he did. That it really wasn't necessary.
Yeah, I don't think so
And
either.
so that's where
I
I
don't think
think
so
that
either. It was
relationship would have
nice,
changed, and it
but
would have changed a lot of things. And that's the one thing I would change, would be their how their relationship was working.
okay, okay. I think the
Because
one thing for me
yeah,
that I'd change. Wait, say
no,
continue.
go. I was just thinking.
The one thing for me that I'd change is Black Noir's death. Black Noir's death. Genuinely, I think he shouldn't have died right there. Or at the very least, it should have been a bigger fucking fight. I
Yeah,
don't know,
I
but
th- I think the problem with that too is like the things I read with the actor who played him, the
mhm.
fact that he's been playing him since the beginning, and like there was the whole
Yeah,
question Kripke asked him of like, if we kill you here, you can come back but you won't be able to talk still, or you'll be able to talk but you won't be able to unmask yourself. If we unmask you in, you know, this flashback scene and you're Noir, we won't be able to bring you back and have you lift your mask off and do whatever we're going to do with you. And so he chose to not reveal himself as that Noir. I would have rather him be that Noir. And it would have like,
yeah,
because that Noir at least died in a legitimate way. Where
yeah,
this one, it like they were hyping up like this whole thing of Noir having this change of heart and change in brain, and like kind of being like, I want to be an actor, and like I'm not so much on Homelander's side, and you need to wake the fuck up, Deep. Just to have Deep do that, that was stupid.
yeah. It was so dumb. I hate it so much. I really feel that he should have fucking died in the White House right next to Homelander.
Yeah.
Genuinely, it should have been. It should have been that. I genuinely think it should have been a 2v3. I think that is what should have happened. That's the one thing I'd change. It should have been a 2v3. Noir should have been standing right next to Homelander while giving that address to all of America. And because at the like or I don't know, just something, bro. Just something. Because just not the fucking deep.
Yeah.
just not the deep at the end of the day. That's
It
the
just
one
like
thing I
yeah,
would
that's just
change.
it. Like he could fly. We didn't get to see him fly once this season. Like
We saw him fly once when he got shot at the season before, and that
yeah,
was it.
and that was it. And not only that, but he was tanking minigun bullets. And like I get it, it was the Deep. He's got super strength, so like technically he could, I guess, stab
Yeah,
another suit. But like we
yeah.
realistic, like I don't know, there that was very just lackluster. It didn't feel like they were
I'm
just
not
gonna kill
too
him there. It felt like a fight was gonna at least break out, and at least
mhm.
Noir would have killed the Deep, and like I would have been okay with that instead of the fucking ocean killing the Deep. Like,
Yeah.
uh, I get the whole argument where Starlight was trying to bring the Deep to the ocean to let him go. I still think that's the dumbest shit in the world. Starlight, you were raped episode 1 by this man, and everything else that has happened. And like, I get that we're the good guys,
Yeah.
but like, fucking kill him. You finally have a chance to get your revenge, and you say, "I got
100%.
this one," and you take him to a beach to let him go. You let everybody of your team think that you were gonna handle it and kill him, but you dipped and were like, if you want to go deep, you can go and just disappear. What the fuck you mean? So he can come back later?
Yeah, bro. I
No.
think genuinely that's Huey's fault. That's Huey's fault. 1000%. Because I feel like just 2 episodes earlier, Starlight would have 1000% fucking ended him.
Yeah.
But Huey and his whole like, we don't need to do this, we don't need to be bad, we don't like blah blah blah, whatever the fuck, man. It fucked it. I feel like Huey needed to also at the end there just maybe tone it down just a tad. Like I agree with most of what he was saying that last season with the whole don't use the virus, don't do this, don't do that. But at the very least, let these people kill the people that need to fucking die, bro. Like, jeez.
I get that you got to have your redemption with A-Train. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody needs that.
Yeah. Like, let everybody just...
The fake outs that we spent our time on of him like gonna redeem himself or not was fucking stupid. We all know that Deep wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
He's a Deep. Yeah. Why would we spend 5 seasons of him being a selfish prick just for him to redeem himself now in the finale? Why?
Yeah.
Why are we wasting our time with Starlight bringing him to the beach to redeem himself and disappeared? No. Kill the man that forced his dick down your throat. I don't know.
Yeah. I agree. But well, shit, man. That's the boys. Let's end it there. Let's cut it right there. Leave off on that. The Deep should have fucking died. Should have gotten his ass ate by it. Well, in the not nice way, but
it's just I think there's problems and there's good things. I think the show was overall a great show. I will never not suggest it to somebody because it was a great time.
Same. No, like I would still 100% suggest this to someone. I'd still rewatch it with someone through and through.
It's not like Stranger Things where I flat out would be like, do not waste your time. Like,
yeah.
That is a show where you had me start watching it, and it's hilarious that I find it hilarious. Like, you convinced me to start it, and I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good. I'm liking where this is going. And then I was here for that final season, and it's just dog shit. And
I'll forever be mad about that because it was great up until that final fucking season.
Yeah,
it was like, bro, I was gonna get David to start watching it too.
Yeah.
And then that happened, and I'm like, bro, I actually genuinely feel bad. Like, not only for making you start this, but also
got me excited for it. Like you managed to get me excited for the finale, and then I proceeded to just like, okay, I hated the show like prior, and then I watched it, liked it, and I hate it even more. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. It's just honest, bro. It's just unfair. It's just brother. I grew up with that show. I grew up with these children acting in this show, watching it progress in such an amazing way that it was, and then the final season happened. And I was just like, all right, well, I'll just go fuck myself.
Part of me is glad that I waited as long as I did to just sit down and watch it, and I watched what I did watch, because what I did watch was fine. And where they could have ended it, they could have just ended it season 4. I'd have been okay with that. Because like I could tell somebody watch it all the way up until season 4, but the problem is that's just a cliffhanger ending. So it's just like I can't even do that, because you're gonna want to go see what happens, but then you're gonna see what happens, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Genuinely,
everybody survives.
You and me could sit here and watch. I mean, write a better finale, a better final season. Fucking dog shit. We have no fucking writing experience.
Yeah, no, like that's just it. Like, all right. I had to include that because we're talking about shitty things, and like fuck Stranger Things. And it's never. I don't think we're ever gonna make that part of the podcast or anything. Fuck Stranger Things.
Yeah, no.
Fuck the Duffers. We're not. One thing I wanted to correct you on. I saw a comment you put on an Instagram saying that it was the Duffers' fault for using AI and having their wives help them. It was actually...
It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed.
No, the problem with that is that it was the opposite. The Duffer brothers for the first 4 seasons had the wives writing it.
Wait, what?
Season 5 is when they got a divorce. And so they no longer had the wives on board. So then they had to go and use AI and figure out what they were doing with their own story, because they didn't have their wives to help them.
That's crazy. We're not talking about that anymore. All right, podcast. That was episode 1 of the SideTracked podcast. Fuck Stranger Things. Fuck whatever you just said.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good talks.
Like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on us everywhere else. We'll catch you next time.
Everything will be in the description. Make sure to check that out. All right.
Boosh.